Listen, we are coming here, hopefully not getting copyright if you got that music in the background, to the Oscars little reaction over here. I got myself covering it up a bit because I'm pretty sure it's going to get probably dinged for a bit. We're a
Yeah.
minute down from the countdown. I'm not sure how much is coming through. Zach, testing you this early morning.
Testing, testing, testing,
I think you're
testing.
coming in just fine. You're seeing the chat over there on the Oscars live stream going crazy as can be. People saying Sonic, people saying First Cow, people saying Meryl Streep. I don't think she was in a movie. But let's go,
Let them all
guys.
talk.
Here we go. Oh yeah, you're right. What are you
Before
hoping
we
for?
really get going here, any big things you're hoping for or expecting?
First cow. I want first cow nomination. I want a Steven Yeun animation nomination. I want to see some good stuff.
Yeah, would love to see First Cow. Would love to see Never Early, Sometimes Always. Would love to see Palm Springs in Screenplay. Not sure we're going to
Damn.
get any of those, but should be exciting. I tweeted some of my thoughts and my full predictions in case anybody is curious.
And then it's supposed to be uh, Jonas, right?
Judas?
Jonas. Jonas and Chapak and his wife, I believe, are going to be doing the nominations.
Oh.
Do you know this man?
No. I am hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that Judas and the Black Messiah sneaks into Best Picture. I think both of us would really like to
Oh,
see that.
I would love that. If y'all have any ones, this is obviously the reaction video right here. We'll be talking over it. I don't think the audio is coming through, but luckily this one's on YouTube. That's what I like about the nominations. They broadcast them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's go. So he told you, Priyanka Nick. Yes, I did see the Grammys. Chris M was asking. I thought they were fantastic. The baby killed it.
All
Just
right.
like that.
Supporting
Actress
role.
in a supporting role. Woo!
Expected that. Yeah.
Hoping her for the win. The win.
Yeah. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that too.
People were saying that she has
Okay.
one of the worst performances. Glenn Close. Oh wait.
Glenn Close, I
Oh
think,
wait.
becomes what?
Olivia Colman. I actually kind of want to win.
These
Oh,
are my
that's a
five
solid
predicted
list.
nominees, so
That's a
I'm
solid
5 for 5
list.
so far.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic. I think Olivia Colman's the best, but I want Maria to win. Okay. Just costume designer herself. All right. Of course.
Ooh, Pinocchio's a little bit of a surprise there. More people were expecting News of the World, but
I,
otherwise pretty expected nominees in
I was
costume design.
expecting not to pay $19.99 for Pinocchio, so. Yes! There we go.
That's
Rooting for Terrence.
all right. Emil also just
There
need
you go.
Ludwig now. Come on, Ludwig.
Wait, what'd Ludwig do?
Uh,
For
what
Tenet?
Ludwig do?
For Tenet?
Tenet.
He wasn't gonna get Tenet, bro.
Ah,
I'm going for me, not either, for the score. We were rating all the writers for Borat. It is insane the amount that they have.
yeah, I think it would be the most nominated in one category in the Academy's history if they give everybody a nomination.
That'd be beautiful. They'd run out of gold.
All right, I'm expecting The Father, News of the World, Nomadland, and One Night in Miami here, along with Borat.
She's still naming them. I'm gonna go make a coffee. There you go. The script for this is fantastic. This is how you adapt a play to a movie. Of course.
That means no News of the World. Wow.
The
Ramin
White
Barani getting in.
Tiger. Yo, Priyanka voted there. Priyanka voted.
Yeah, let's go, Judas.
Let's
That's a
go.
surprise.
The Lucas brothers with an Oscar nomination.
Nominees. All right, let's just get Palm Springs, and this is gonna be a perfect category.
Woo!
No Mank, no nomination for Fincher's father.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Hey, but Emerald Fennel all the way.
No Palm Springs, so Trial of Chicago 7 is gonna be that last one.
I hate that it's gonna be Trial. Trial better not win. I'm going for Judas. Minari for the pull. Hell, I'll take Promising. Hell, I'll take Sound of Metal. Isn't it suck that we've come to a point where like Aaron Sorkin winning is kind of
It's that Oscars thing where you don't want people to win for their worst work, and if Trial isn't his worst, it's definitely close to it.
Has he not won before? He's won before, has he not?
He won for Social Network, but
yeah. Oh my gosh, Opera got in. Zach, you never saw Opera. Opera's playing at South by Southwest. Anybody who's watching, if y'all going to South by Southwest, watch Opera. It is the best. That's my pick for
live action short.
Animated short. Come on. White Eye. White Eye. White Eye.
Letterman's the Oscar Isaac one.
Oh. Didn't we get a vote for that?
That's the Trayvon one. Awesome, with Joey Badass. And White Eye.
White Eye got in! Woo!
So no room for the Almodovar Tilda Swinton human voice one.
No worries. No worries. Acting in a supporting role. Okay. We're going Daniel Kaluuya all the way here, so it don't matter.
No Chadwick Boseman in supporting actor for Five Bloods.
I mean, you and I said it. Go watch the Intercut podcast. Oh.
Does that mean Clark Peters is about to get in?
Who knows?
No.
Paul Raci got it. That was it.
Lakeith. What?
Oh, what? Wait, then who's the lead in that movie?
I thought he was being campaigned in support. Wait, both of the leads just got into supporting for that movie.
Judas and the Black Messiah are both supporting? Okay, one, shout out Paul Raci. He got it. That was great for him. I saw people were about to petition against the Oscars if he didn't get that nomination. So that's fantastic. That said, we're both... Woo. Explain it to me, Zach.
I guess they're going for the whole, like, One Night in Miami idea where if everybody is a lead character, they're all supporting, except even One Night in Miami put Kingsley Ben-Adir in Best Actor.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I actually thought they were campaigning Lakeith in lead, so I'm so surprised he got in there.
Again, shout out Paul Raci, but I am kind of astonished.
Yeah,
Judas and the Black Messiah scoring more nominations for things I didn't even think it was going to be possible for. That means Best Picture, right?
Look, if it got 2 nominations here and a screenplay nomination, there's a good chance that Judah is going to sneak into Best Picture. I'm really surprised by this.
Go.
We're both happy because we like Lakeith a lot, but look,
fantastic.
Category fraud is a weird thing, man.
Yeah. Wow. Amanda saying Plemons about to be nominated for Best. I hope so.
Right?
Why not at this point? Let's see. Oh, yeah, you had said Lakeith Stanfield, supporting actor. I don't know, bro. Who's the lead then? Who's the lead? Shout out to Savvy. This is, he produced Judas and the Black Messiah, so I'm sure that they're having a great time over there. Damn. Oh. And then which was the short that you were talking about?
Well, the Human Voice, the Pedro Almodovar short with Tilda Swinton didn't get in.
Mm-hmm.
But Trayvon made a short with Joey Badass called Two Distant Strangers that got the approval of Bong Joon-ho recently, and that one made the cut, as well as I know you were into, White Noise? White Eye?
Yeah, I'm so glad that got it.
And then Letter Room also stars Oscar Isaac, so a lot of really interesting stuff in the short film category so far.
And again, we wanted to give a shout out to Huntsville Station, a short that was doing the rounds at the festivals. I don't know, maybe it'll
Yeah.
be up for next year. You know, sometimes they maneuver the dates a little bit differently, but that was a short that I thought should have gotten some recognition. Didn't even make the short list. But that is a solid live action short film list. I know a lot of people ignore the shorts, but especially with the virtual festivals, I think we've been able to see a lot more. Rooting for White Eye, and I think we have links for the other two, so I'm going to be catching those immediately after this. I don't know. What are some other thoughts you have right now?
We touched on it briefly, but Glenn Close becoming, I think, the third actor ever to be nominated for a Razzie and an Oscar for the same
Mhm.
performance.
Um,
Pretty funny.
that is kind of hilarious. I was seeing people kind of bash that because I don't think Amy even got a nomination for the Razzies, and I would argue that she's actually the one who has the worst performance in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, remember the Oscars always do some buffoonery where you end up seeing somebody take the win, and I've been saying this especially for the actress categories that I have no idea which way they're gonna play out. So I could just see, the nominations look solid, but at the end of the day, you're gonna see someone take it away who you don't expect it to. And I would hate after this incredible career for Glenn Close to come in and having won it for something she does not want, something she doesn't want in the back, to have in her backlog this entire time. I know you kind of cut out for a bit, but I was saying
Yeah,
Glenn
yeah.
Close this entire career, and then to come in and win it for for a role that's gonna have to be cemented next to her name for the rest of her life. That stinks.
I know nobody wants that.
But we'll see. We'll see. I think someone said happy birthday to Pimp a Butterfly. The birthday of To Pimp a Butterfly today.
Well, that's what that acronym is.
Yeah, every time I see T-Pep, I know automatically. Shout out to Shar watching the stream. Let us know who your reactions, who you're going for, who you're thinking is getting snubbed, who you're rooting for. Now that we have some of the nominations down, I'm scrolling here to see what else people are voting for. Looking at the nominees for Best Supporting, again, I hate Sacha Baron Cohen. Not Sacha Baron Cohen, but sadly he's the best
This
part in
performance.
Trial, and he's the best
Yeah,
performance in there.
I think it's a decent performance, but it's like
It's
sort of the movie's fault, the things that are wrong with that performance. It does kind of feel like they're just trying to give Sacha Baron Cohen some kind of adulation, since he's likely not to get it
gonna get it to
for his
Borat.
work as Borat.
Again, cannot
So
believe
I feel like they're coming back now.
Shout out,
Yeah, man.
Keith, bro.
Are we happy about that, or are we just kind of confused?
I'm
Like,
always I'm happy first and then I'm confused. I'm happy first and then I'm confused.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's happening to an actor we really
Honestly.
like.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason, but for sure, he should not be there. That doesn't make any sense. All right, back to it.
Believe this will be the rest of the nominations, so
All right.
let's see. This is going to be interesting because it's a stacked documentary field.
Of course. Told you. Chechnya. What did I tell you about Crook Cran Boy? I told you.
No Dick Johnson is dead. No Boys State.
Oh my. Well, wow.
Both of my favorites.
Wow, my Octopus Teacher? No Welcome to Chechnya?
No Chechnya.
No Dick Johnson?
I think that's like our 3 favorite documentaries from last year didn't get into feature.
But no Dick Johnson? Wait, Colette, is that the movie we were talking about the car? All right, I'm going to Concerto all the way. You can watch that on the New York Times right now. It is available. International. Which one are you hoping?
Yes.
Of course.
Let's hope Yadarona gets in.
Unbelievable. Better Days.
Wow. Collective getting in both documentary and international. Oh, we got the link to that.
Hey, shout out the boys.
Man,
all right,
no La
gonna have to
Llorona.
get that rental. No La Llorona? Are you kidding me?
That sucks.
I'm going for another round in that one. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Sound of Metal. There we go. That's the nomination we want there. I got all
That's
5
the
of
win
those
I
correct.
want.
Okay, this is maybe Tenet's best chance at an Oscar nomination now.
It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Tenet's gone. Oh my goodness.
You've been calling The Father's production design.
Production design is incredible. That's good.
And Tenet. Let's go.
They crashed that plane into the warehouse. You know that's the reel they sent in. The Father. It's fantastic editing too.
Yeah. Every time I see The Father's editor, I think Yorgos Lanthimos edited it.
It's a good list. No.
Well, okay, so Promising Young Woman gets in there.
Now,
It's the one I didn't have.
Nomadland. That is
Cinematography
Chloe
is
going
an
to
interesting
have.
category.
Is Chloe going to
Tenet
have the most
could get in here?
nominations?
Judas.
That's fantastic.
Things are boding pretty well for Judas potentially getting into Best Picture.
Nomadland cinematography. Wow. The duo.
Yes.
Get the trial out of here, bro.
Because obviously Trial at Chicago 7 was better shot than Tenet.
All right, we're going to have to recap all of these after the fact, but let's see
Love
what we got here.
Monsters.
What? That's on sale on Voodoo right now. What are these visual effects?
Welcome to Chechnya has a chance here.
The one and only Ivan.
All right,
Okay,
so at
it's
least
Tenet.
Tenet nominations.
It's Tenet and those other bargain bin movies. Yes, easily. Hey, they went 4 this time. Oh, they went a full 5. That's right. They went a full 5. Of course.
Yeah. So that's 2 nominations for Pinocchio so far.
Why?
Just throwing that out there.
What is going on? And isn't that his second Pinocchio movie too? What's his name? He played Pinocchio the first time, and now he's playing Geppetto. Onward just stole a nomination, bro.
I think The Croods is out.
What?
Soul and Wolfwalkers should be the final 2, so those are our 5.
Bro, I got scared for a second that it wasn't gonna be Wolfwalkers. Shout out Shaun the Sheep movie streaming on Netflix.
Let's go
Wolfwalkers,
Wuhan Flu. I want the Wuhan Flu in here.
Okay, this was one of the ones. Her. No.
Eurovision, and it's not even one of the good songs. Wow.
That's so lame. No, I don't get the song, bro. This one took the Globe.
Speak Now?
It has to be Speak Now.
There we go.
Good.
All right, so I got 4 out of 5 right.
Our boy Magnitude, he's very happy Leslie got the nom.
Yeah.
Actor in a leading role. Please be my solid 5. Please be my solid 5. He got the nomination.
Here's
All right,
Lindo.
2 for 5.
No Delroy. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. This is Delroy's chance.
This is perfect right here.
No Delroy.
Gary
Hopefully we
Oldman
get Steven
can
at least.
go.
Gary
Steven!
Oldman takes Delroy's nom.
Gary Oldman took Delroy's nom for fake act drunkie. Okay. Surprised they didn't put it in supporting. Andra Day getting an Oscar nomination.
Mm-hmm. And Carey Mulligan should round that out. Yep. Wow.
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 All right, who's number 5?
Whoever directed
Whoa!
Where did this come from? It's all men. Watch. Yo, what's going on?
That's no Emerald Fennel.
That's 3.
What? Florian's. Wait, why did Emerald
How is she at
Fennel
the
go
end?
last? That's not
A
alphabetical
M
order.
N P. No, it is for
Oh, is it by
promising.
picture? I thought
Yeah.
they did it by director.
Justice for first cow, bro. Kelly, you did a great job. The father. Let's go.
Let's go, Judas.
Yes.
Does that mean Ma Rainey's Black Bottom didn't get in? Because I had a feeling if it was either Judas or Ma Rainey.
How does it get nominations for 2 acting categories? Not get it in. I mean, Eddie, I want that to surprise, but I still think it's Nomadland's to take. I'm telling you, Chloe Zhao, I
Did she
believe,
say
has
Mank?
the most nominations. Yes, she's a Mank.
Okay.
Promising Young Woman with an Oscar nomination. They told us, shut up. We said, y'all need to go watch the movie.
No One Night in Miami.
And then they're going to say trial, aren't they?
So is that only 8 nominees?
What is going on here?
Only 8 Best Picture nominees. No Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. No
Why?
One Night in Miami.
Those are the 2 slots for it. Joe, you missed one. What in the... Okay, Zach. All right. Okay.
Well,
Now, it's time to run it back. That was the show right there. Hopefully you superimpose it to listen in. We had the screen right there going. Hopefully it didn't get hit down. But now it is time to break down. We starting from the top. We're going scrolling back, looking at
should we
these.
go? Yeah, which way are we going to go with this?
Let's just go from the way that they announced it. I believe, yeah, it's going to go this way like that. Let me pause this over here. For those of you watching, curious to have your input right here.
Yeah,
but
let
start
us
right
know
from
if
the
you
top.
have any snubs or surprises or things that you're also just really excited about.
Glenn Close, I really hope you don't win. And I've never really, I mean, I guess I've said that multiple times in the past, but I just really hope that this isn't what gets cemented next to your name for the rest of your life. I believe that's her, what is it? She's in double digits when it comes to nominations as well, and losses at that point, I believe.
I think this is her 8th nomination. I could be wrong.
Damn. Okay, so I would really love to see Olivia Colman take it because I do believe out of all of these performances, she did the best job. But if Maria Bakalova takes it, I think she is the one who's gotten a nomination in every single award as
Yep.
well. So I'm excited for that. If she would if she were to steal it, that'd be fantastic. I don't know who your pick is out of these 5.
I mean, I like Maria Bakalova a lot, and I think something that the Oscars do is sometimes they'll choose a winner to be kind of like that film's representative. It's like you got supporting actor, you got best editing, you don't need any other wins. I kind of feel like
That's
Maria
goofy.
Bakalova is kind of going to be the Borat representative at the Oscars, and
Hmm.
people who loved that movie will funnel that appreciation into her campaign. Plus, she is genuinely great and such a revelation in the role. I would also be really happy to see Yoo Jung Yoon win this, but it's like the classic Oscars case of like the young ingenue versus the respected veteran, and
Yeah.
who's ultimately going to win out.
I was seeing some people in the chat who were saying very sad that the Llorona got snubbed.
Same.
Also, Yo Arturo, no wonder La Llorona has been looking for her kids easily. Ma Rainey one night got snubbed for Best Picture. I think it is fair to say. I know we use that word, but Zach, what's a better word to use considering that they didn't even go the full 10? How are you gonna go the full 5 on the makeup, which usually never happens, but you're not gonna go the full 10?
Yeah, I mean, well, so I think it's mathematically impossible for them to go 10, but they definitely
That's
could have gone
dumb.
9. And so, that at least gets one of Ma Rainey or One Night in Miami in there. It's surprising, because not to reduce it to that, but this was one of the better years in terms of representation, and you have these 2
These are
extremely
just
prominent
fantastic
black
movies.
films
Yeah.
that have gotten a lot of respect from other voting bodies, just apparently not having the steam to make it here. And interesting that it's another black film, Judas and the Black Messiah, that potentially edged them out of this
Yeah,
category.
I guess. I mean, that's good to see, but I'm still hoping that One Night in Miami is able to take one of the nominations that it got, specifically song, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Looking back at some of these other ones, we're talking about actress right there. The next category was costume design. I thought this was a pretty solid list. I don't understand why Pinocchio's on there. Everyone complained about all of the little things that were in Mulan that weren't accurate, but there it is nonetheless. I'm going for Emma here, honestly. Between Emma and Mank, I'm hoping that Emma's the one that takes it. I mean, the director herself was a costume designer. She was doing all of this stuff since way back in the day. But I also think everything that was done production-wise for Mank was fantastic. Which one do you got?
Yeah, I feel like these categories often go to those like period piece films with pretty dresses, which makes me want like instinctively react, hoping something else will get in. So my preference is probably with Mank in this category, but Emma is a gorgeously costumed film, so I would not have a problem with it there.
We have now showing saying that
Yo, but
Bloody Nose.
a little bit of I know I'm like a broken record with these Tenet nominations, but what a what a great sartorial film that is. What perfect suits people wear in that movie. I think Tenet should have gotten into costume design.
Really? Oh, I mean, at
Yeah.
that point, I mean, BVS also had really nice suits. The suits are very nice in Tenet. I will say that. I will say that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe next year. You know, time is reversible in that world. Moving on from costume design, the next category that they announced was original score. Like I said, actually, this is a score, not original song. In terms of score, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going for the Five Bloods. Would love to see Minari steal it. It's gonna be Solo. Like, I think Soul's been picking it up everywhere else. I'm very happy for John
Yeah.
Baptiste, if that's the case. But I know you love Minari's score. I was listening back to it the other day when you were talking about it on Intercut, and it is pretty fantastic. I started blending
It's
his Minari score
gorgeous.
to the score where both of us, I believe, were rooting for him to get nominated. He got disqualified, and that is his score for The Last Black Man in San Francisco. An absolutely fantastic score. That is probably one of the best OSTs that he's done. But the Five Bloods, I think, was my favorite part of that movie. I know when we did the Let Us Explain, that was the thing that I was
Yeah.
shouting out the most. And I'm very glad that he got it because he got disqualified when it came to, I believe he did One Night's score, which I thought was kind of lame that one got disqualified. But yeah, we'll see. I think that was still a solid round.
Is this Terrence Blanchard's first Academy Award nomination? I'm trying to check.
That would be disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, he's been Spike's longtime composer, so I would be surprised by it. Looks like he was nominated for Black Klansman as well, but considering how recent that is and what a storied career Terrence has had as a composer, you know, overdue for him to get his second Oscar nomination here.
I feel you there. All right, let's see. Coming up from original score was the adapted screenplay. And I'm telling you, can we check what the most nominations for a single person is? Because Chloe, I believe, it's what? Adapted? She got editing, she got producing, she got director. Like, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Shout out to her. That's fantastic. Let's see. In terms of adapted screenplay, I am going The Father all the way. It has to be. I think One Night in Miami obviously was one of my favorite movies of last year as well. I can see No Man Land taking the steal. In terms of adapted, if I'm really pushing the adapted part, I don't know. I don't know too much about that when it comes to the book. You know me. But it would be crazy to see Borat upset everyone. But the craziest part of the nominations in and of themselves was White Tiger, man. Were you even expecting this to be the case?
You know, I saw some people talking about this as a potential late surging Oscar film in a couple categories, and I just kind of thought maybe it was a little bit too late. You know, of the movies that were released in January, I feel like Judas and Black Messiah is kind of the clear front runner, and even that, a lot of people were saying was not going to do that well at the Oscars. Yet, you know, Judas got all this love, and I guess White Tiger also it wasn't quite as late as I thought it would be.
That is crazy, dude. You know, Priyanka was excited. Did you know that the director of this got a shout out from Roger Ebert, Zach?
Oh yeah, I believe Ramin Barani was a favorite of the late Roger Ebert's.
One of the favorites. Moving on to original screenplay, we have Judas and the Black Messiah, Mean ID, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trial. It's gonna be Trial. I hate how we've now kind of not looked down, but are kind of disappointed to see that Sorkin's obviously the shoe in to win this. But man, if Judas were to take it, Minari were to take it, that would be absolutely fantastic. I am worried
Hmm.
though. You know how the Oscars play it, that if we were to be surprised in this category right here, and Minari takes it or Judas takes it, then that kind of scares me in terms of Best Picture because I know a lot of people have been rooting for Trial of the Chicago 7 to win Best Picture, and if there's one movie, we'll get to the Best Pictures. We'll get to the Best Pictures. Which one are you rooting for here, and then which one do you think will win?
Um, I would love to see Minari win. I would also be pretty happy to see Promising Young Woman win. I actually would not be surprised if Promising Young Woman starts to pick up some steam in this category. Uh, my hope was that Palm Springs would sneak in
Mm.
among the nominees here, and unfortunately, doesn't seem to be the case. Are you upset that Mank got edged out, but
Yeah.
or
I'm reading some of the stuff here in the chat. I guess the first one was about, you see, Now Showing had said lots of whining on Twitter about Mank being snubbed for original screenplay. I think it's fair, but each of these that got in are much more deserving, in my opinion. Is it original? I thought it was adapted. What would Mank have been?
which Mank?
Yeah.
No, Mank's original.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Someone had also asked, how is Borat adapted?
It's adapted from the character of Borat from the first film.
Get the. Isn't that just a sequel?
Every sequel is adapted.
Really?
There's no original screenplay for a sequel.
Okay, then someone owes
By
me an
the rules.
apology because I said that once about a sequel being an adaptation. Okay, are you disappointed about Mank not being in here? I personally
No,
would love Mank to be in there over Trial of the Chicago 7, but I know that would have been impossible.
yeah, speaking in terms of realistic terms, and Trial of Chicago 7 seems like it was always going to get in there. Uh, I didn't think the screenplay was the best part of Mank, so I'm not terribly upset that it didn't get in here, but
I like
it
the
would have been a
screenplay.
nice story.
I like the screenplay from Mank. But yeah, I would have just put it over Trial. I love the rest of them. Which one do you have winning?
I think it's going to be Trial of Chicago 7, but like I said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Promising Young Woman. I would not be
Really?
surprised if
Okay.
especially because Sorkin has won in this category before, and Emerald Fennell does seem to be kind of this new hot uh, filmmaker. Maybe.
Interesting. All right, moving on to the next one. And he was someone. Devesh said it was the LEG show. I think he was in it before the LEG show. He had a character in the UK for that.
No, I think Borat was on one of his Ali G show characters.
Congratulations to the animated short films. Now this is one that I'm really excited for because I was telling. Wait, this is animated feature. How do we get there? Yo, they screwed this up. Animated short film, and then it's the feature films. Oscars,
Wait, what?
Oscars. They put.
Are you on the Oscars website?
Yeah, this is the Academy. Are you seeing this right here? Oh,
No,
there's
I don't
been.
think I see your screen right now.
Oh, you can't see my screen? My bad.
Nah.
Hold on, let me pull that up for you in a second. But yeah, they have the animated feature film appearing right now instead of the. Let me fix that. Well, I mean, I can't fix it for the Academy, but
Yeah.
in terms of the shorts ones, I'll talk over it as I try to pull up an actual thing for it. This is the one that had opera, and for whatever reason, it's still, yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for them to like update it here. Let me see if someone's got it at the bottom. Nope. Nothing. Did they replace it over with the top one? I am not sure. We're gonna get back to those, but let's go to live action short. All right, talk to me about these.
Live action short. A couple interesting picks here. We're seeing some love in the chat from Devesh for Feeling Through, which I haven't had the chance to catch yet. But Letter Room is another interesting one. That one stars Oscar Isaac. I'm excited to check that one out. I know a lot of people were talking about it. Two Distant Strangers has been the one that I've been most excited to catch because Trayvon is a writer that I've been following for several years now. He's done a lot of TV work. He was on like The Daily Show with Jon Stewart and some stuff and some of those news type of shows, but he's moving more into film work. And this short is kind of like a time loop about police brutality starring Joey Badass. It sounds really, really interesting. Bong Joon-ho gave a quote praising the film
That's all you need
not
to
too
know.
long ago, so that makes me makes me really want to check it out. And then you should tell me a little bit about White Eye because you seemed very excited when that got its nomination.
So White Eye is a fantastic film. I was able to catch this one at the Philly Fest, I want to say. But yeah, put this one on your radar if you haven't seen it. This is one of the better live action shorts that was out there. Pretty much, it's all in one shot. The entire thing is in one take, and it's about this dude. It deals with a bicycle. I'll just say that. And you follow this guy from the outside to the inside of this. Well, I believe it was a restaurant. As an altercation takes place, I thought it was gripping. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't even realize it was only one take until it had ended. I had seen, I believe, I don't know if it was IMDb, Letterboxd, one of the two. You know, one of them's more liberal, the other one's more conservative. I felt when it comes between IMDb and Letterboxd, one of them was giving it like just bombing the
Yeah.
the ratings for this. So that's when I knew it hit a nerve. I'm rooting for this film to win, but I can't wait to watch all the other ones that were nominated. You were saying which one was the Trayvon one?
Two Distant Strangers.
All right. Damn, Joey Badass moving on into acting, and I believe he's
Yeah.
been in some stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
ASAP.
I mean, he was in Mr. Robot. I think he's shown up in a
That's
couple of
right.
other things. So
That's right.
yeah. In
But now
in
he's
your
in an
scrolling there,
Oscar-nominated film.
you scrolled over a picture of The Human Voice, the Pedro Almodovar film.
Hmm.
I don't know if you got a chance to catch up with that,
I
but
did.
I am pretty surprised to not see such a big voice get shut out of the live action short category. I guess maybe the voting committee has decided to spotlight some lesser known filmmakers instead of somebody who's already got a healthy feature film career. But Human Voice is a really compelling short, and obviously you got
Yes.
Tilda Swinton, so she's just so she's radiating this chemistry in the middle of this movie. But yeah, surprised that that one
Yeah,
did
I'm
not
excited with the ones
crack
that
the
we
list.
got. Let's see. We have some people saying Neon August said, "How is Promising Young Woman script deserving of a nom? Cause it's an incredible movie." Devesh's opera, and I agree, opera. He also said feeling through, so I am definitely gonna have to check that one out. Let's see. Burrow will win. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's for the animated category, which
Animated short.
still isn't appearing here. This you saw what I was telling you, right? When I had said animated feature film was under the shorts one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up over here on this side, but I don't know why it wasn't popping out. Again, I am excited for Opera to win that one. I do like Burrow as well. I wish it would have gone to Out instead because I like the animation and the storyline in that better. If we were having to pick a Disney short, let's see, animated short. Have you caught any of the other animated shorts?
I caught Out, like you. I like that one. I think I like Out more than I like Burrow, but other than that, I haven't seen the animated shorts.
Okay, let me see. Dang, bro, how am I supposed to go here? I see nobody pushing it up. Everything else is just predictions, 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 predictions. But I am just going to say, watch Opera. I'm going to pull that one up right here. This, like I said, is playing at South by Southwest. So, Zach, if you get the chance to see it, please, please, please check this one out. It is
Definitely.
absolutely fantastic. Oh, my goodness. It's so good. It is one of the best short films that I have seen in a while. I think it is impeccably made. There's still things that I want to go back and rewatch. The rewatchability in this is, I mean, just because of the way that it's shot, there's so much to look at. You could just have this playing as a portrait in your house. Probably not because it would scare some people if they came over and noticed what was going on in it, but highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, moving on from the shorts, we have supporting actor. What do you think?
Really interesting field. It is mostly the people that I had predicted in Sacha Baron Cohen, Daniel Kaluuya, Leslie Odom Jr., and Paul Raci. The one surprise that we've obviously been talking about, most people were expecting Chadwick Boseman into Five Bloods, but if you listened to our Best Performances Intercut podcast, we talked about how, maybe some of that love was misplaced or kind of retroactively put on him. And
Mm-hmm.
as long as he's got this outstanding lead actor category submission, I'm not really surprised that his lesser performance in Da Five Bloods was overlooked, especially given that we now know voters were thinking about two people from Judas and the Black Messiah in this category. Um,
Incredible.
yeah, I actually,
Confusing.
yeah, it's confusing. I like Lakeith Stanfield a lot. It's not my favorite Lakeith performance.
No.
It does make me consider, though, is there any chance that Lakeith takes votes away from Daniel Kaluuya and hurts Kaluuya's frontrunner status?
That would, bro. Can you imagine? That's what I'm saying. That's the craziest part about the Oscars is the way that they break it down. You sometimes have, I don't know what the phrase of it would be, but what you were just saying, and where some of the votes get cast elsewhere, and thus who you thought was going to be number one, nothing. I don't know. I'd be a little concerned with that. Overall, though, I'm still going Daniel Kaluuya. I don't think Sacha Baron Cohen should have gotten a nomination, but obviously they were going to push him to do something. I'm very excited that Paul Raci got it. I know a lot of people were a little nervous that he wasn't going to get one, but Lakeith Stanfield coming in. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting, and yeah, definitely excited also Paul Raci getting in there. I know some people had their doubts. I felt pretty confident that he would get in there. There's so much love for his performance in that movie.
All right, talk about the documentary features.
What a weird selection here, because it felt like Boys State had a lot of this popularity momentum, although I had a bad feeling about Boys State because sometimes the popular documentary doesn't get in to this category, and that was kind of this year's popular documentary.
One of our favorites,
Then
but I was
Dick
okay
Johnson
with
is
that one.
dead.
That's the one that
What?
disappoints me the most. That's the one that disappoints
Yeah.
me because I didn't expect Boys State. Boys State won our hearts. That's great. I really didn't think it was going to win.
It won $10 million from Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, so like that was already enough. But like Dick Johnson is dead, not getting a nomination. I do think that's kind of crazy.
It's pretty bogus, especially, there's only so much that you can do with the documentary format, and Dick Johnson found something that was compelling and wholly unique. And as much as I love many of the documentaries that are also competing in this category, I can compare them to other documentaries. It's hard to really even compare Dick Johnson to some other films. It's such a singular vision.
Yeah, so that one is very disappointing. If you guys have not seen Dick Johnson is Dead, I was really hoping that this was going to be the one to like really put a lot of attention to it, because again, at the end of the day, these are nominations for movies that, whether yours wins, whether yours doesn't get nominated, you see it in the marketing. It's literally marketing because they end up going on the posters, on the DVD covers, Blu-ray covers, whatever you want to call it. So having a shout out for Dick Johnson, I think, would have been a great way for a lot more people to know about it and see it. I mean, with a name like Dick Johnson as well, I think people would have gone to go see it. Just be like, that's interesting, Dick Johnson. It's on Netflix. If you do have the chance to catch it, definitely go see it. I think it is a fantastic movie. Very surprised it didn't get the nomination. My Octopus Teacher is a solid movie. You and I were talking about how you were going to stop eating squid, right, Zach?
No, not exactly, but it's a cute movie. It's a really interesting documentary. It feels extremely slight, which is why I'm surprised that this is the one that got in when you have such hard-hitting material to choose from in this category. I mean, the fact that Welcome to Chechnya got completely blanked is such a surprise.
Dude, that one really... Oh, and it's got the... I can't spoil it for y'all in there. Let me just write the name for this. This is an incredible movie. This one played at Sundance. We had missed it there, but the moment we had gotten a link after the fact, I have been praising it to no end. Very surprised this didn't get it, but I think you and I both agree that Time is going to be the one to take it. So at least I hope so. I think this one deserves it out of the bunch. It's the one that we said was going to be the front runner, but hey, the Obamas have not...
They don't miss.
They have not missed when it comes to the doc features, so there is a chance. I told you Crip Camp was going to definitely win the hearts of the Academy, and they gave it the nomination right there. So we'll see. I think it is a solid bunch, and now I have to buy Collective. At least it's available now, so I can purchase it. I'm looking at some of the people in the comments that were talking about. No Donut King in documentary. No Feels Good Man. No Disclosure. Really disappointed. Well, none of those were actually on the short list, so we didn't expect them to go. But Donut King is a fantastic documentary. I've shouted that one out a couple times. That premiered at South by last year. Feels Good Man was one that you and I believe not only deserved it, but whether it gets a nomination or not. Feels Good Man will be talked about for years to come. because that is
Mhm.
like the way that Zach was breaking down Dick Johnson, the way that the story is told and what the story is talking about is something that I think we're going to be mentioning this doc for a long time when it comes to how images and especially memes are used in society. And this is a documentary that I think more people should check out. I think it's fantastic. It's scary. Yet the guy who created this frog is such a feel good dude,
Yeah,
considering all the craziness.
he's
Um,
just this really gentle presence in this film
exactly.
that's full of hateful messaging.
Hmm.
Going back to documentary feature, I mean, man, my Octopus Teacher gets in ahead of 76 Days, ahead of Truffle Hunters, ahead of Gunda, ahead of MLK, FBI.
Good for it, I guess. I would have put. I
Also,
would
Mole
think.
Agent. Mole Agent was another one that I did
Yeah,
not
but we
expect
like
to
Mole
get in
Agent.
here. But yeah, maybe we really do have to take it seriously when a movie gets shortlisted in both documentary and international feature. Mole
Hmm.
Agent didn't get into international feature, but it does get in here, and Collective got in both
That's good.
places.
And this is Chiles, right?
Yeah, Chile.
And again, going back to what you just said, I agree with you. Doesn't that mean if Collective can also score another nomination, that there is a chance that this may win? I mean, granted, of course, Time, Crip Camp, they could still be up on top, but I feel like that's one of the things that always interests me when it comes to the Oscars, how a movie can get a nomination in a couple of categories, um, and how it doesn't put it ahead in others, I guess. But we really like Mole Agents. I am rooting for Crip Camp to take it, but I think it's going to be Times. So. And I would have put Gunda. I would have put Gunda over my Octopus Teacher. That's a fact.
Of course. Yeah, as long as we're doing a movie dedicated to an animal,
Animals
you got to go Gunda, man. Come
should
on.
have been Gunda. All right, documentary short subject. Like I said, I was really rooting for this little documentary that was doing the rounds at the festivals called Huntsville Station. Zach, I believe you had the chance to catch this one as well. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this gets a nomination next year, depending on how they released it, how they were rolling it out. Is it on Vimeo?
Is it?
Yo, is this on Vimeo?
Everybody go watch Huntsville Station.
Go watch Huntsville Station right now.
Yeah.
Go. Oh my gosh, it's on Vimeo. Okay, go watch Huntsville Station.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, definitely go check that one out. Did not get a nomination at all.
Didn't
But
even get
nonetheless,
shortlisted.
didn't even get shortlisted. But again, times it is on YouTube, it is on Vimeo. Like, what do you need it? Like, do you want a DVD? I believe they're giving out DVDs for it as well. Definitely go check that one out. Go ahead.
I'm trying to look at the nominations. Wait, so what?
I have it pulled up. If you can still see my screen right here, it was Colette. A Concerto is a Conversation. Do Not Split. Hunger Ward, which you've been getting emails for a lot, and a love song for Latasha.
Oh, Do Not Split, I think, is also available streaming on the Field of Vision website. They produce a lot of short films. I think they had one of the short films or short documentaries last year also nominated.
That'd be dope. Let's see. Ryan Lee in the chat saying Chile people going crazy on Twitter over Mole Agent getting the nomination. That's good, man. Shout out Mole Agent. It's a very solid film. I know it's playing on Hulu, and Zach had mentioned on Intercut how it is playing for free for a period of time on PBS. Devesh, why you got to bring this up? Never Rarely got completely shut out.
Do we want to take a moment to honor the movies we love that got no love from the Oscars? I mean, stuff like Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always getting shut out across the board when it probably could have been among the contenders in actress or cinematography or screenplay.
I would have loved it in actress.
First
I would have
Cow
loved it in
getting
screenplay.
shut out across the board.
I knew First Cow would have been shut out, but I kind of wanted
Still
it to get a
hurts.
screenplay. I knew it wouldn't get a directing nom, but at least screenplay. Hey, it didn't get that, but it got the shout out from Zack Snyder, so I guess we'll take it. The wins where we can get them. In terms of this one, again, I'm going to Concerto is a Conversation. Hopefully that wins it. Moving on to some of the other ones that are over here. We have International Feature Film. Very surprised when it comes to Better Days. I know that was a surprise nomination for Hong Kong, that being picked over some of the other ones that they could have selected, and it made it all the way to a nomination. I believe it's going to be another round. I don't see anybody else taking this. Obviously, you and I still need to see Quo Vadis Aida. I'll probably be renting that one immediately coming up this weekend. But The Man Who Sold His Skin, talk about this story.
Well, yeah, those of you who watch our Intercut podcasts, we did our recent best international movies list and mentioned there's a couple movies that are hard to get or potentially impossible to get here in America. And apparently, the publicist for The Man Who
That's what I'm
Sold
talking
His
about.
Skin
That's
saw
what
that,
I'm
sent us
talking
the
about.
link.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
You know, like I guess he was just searching up his film. I guess we had it in the tags or whatnot. And I mean, we didn't talk about that till like pretty lengthy in. So he scrubbed his way through there. Yeah. Again, this was the movie that we had said is also kind of misnamed because it's not The Man Who Sold His Skin. It's The Man Who Sold His Back. But yeah, shout out to them. That is a good publicist right there, reaching out and making sure we had a link for this movie.
right?
Yeah, shout out them. I'm still going for another round, though. I believe it's another rounds to win. And
Yeah.
surprisingly, it even got a directing nom, but we're going to get there. I don't know if you're rooting for anyone else to take this one.
Um, yeah, I would go with another round here. I did really love that. I think maybe had La Llorona gotten in, I would be rooting for that one ahead of another round.
Yeah,
But
La Llorona would have
yeah,
been fantastic. I'm
given that
actually
that's the
disappointed with that
case,
one.
actually, you know what? We haven't even mentioned it yet. Night of the Kings and I'm No Longer Here did not get in.
I'm happy for the ones that got in, though. I would
Yeah,
have loved to see La Llorona, and then I'm No Longer Here, and then Night of the Kings. I am very surprised with Night of the Kings just completely getting shut out. But I'm surprised with the love that it's getting on Twitter right now from the people who are really supporting that movie. So hopefully it still gets a nice little push from Neon, right? Because it did get picked up by Neon.
yep.
More people get the chance to see it, especially with its virtual release and it having that $19.99 rental bundle. That also gives you Quo Vadis Aida, so should be interesting. Um, Someone was saying right here about another round though getting snubbed for acting. Do you agree?
Um, it's tough because then who are you kicking out of the
It is
best
tough.
actor field? Are you kicking out Gary Oldman? Okay, then
Well,
what
yeah,
about
Delroy.
Delroy Lindo?
I think that's who they would have picked. I think that fifth spot was definitely the one that a lot of people had up for grabs. I think I had
Yeah,
him as like 7 in my top 10. So
yeah, exactly. That I'm in the same boat where it's just like I have my top 5, which includes Delroy Lindo, and then I got Mads Mikkelsen outside of it. So I can't really vote for him again ahead of anybody but Gary Oldman,
mhm.
and I wouldn't vote for him ahead of Delroy Lindo. Although I really do love the Mads Mikkelsen performance.
Oh, they're reminding us about Dear Comrades. That would have been another one. I wanted to see this one get cinematography. This one would have been another one that I would have put up in international feature film. It's playing on Hulu. Definitely go check it out. There's 2 Dear Comrades. It's this one. It's the black and white one. Moving on to the next category over here that was international. We have sound. For sound, it was Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, and Sound of Metal. What you got?
Well, some people were expecting Tenet here, and I'm not
You
surprised
Tenet
that they
fans.
didn't get in here.
You Tenet fans are wild. I mean, I guess the sound design is in. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness, I was like, aren't we missing a sound category?
Nope, combined this year. Hate it. I hate this.
That's why Tenet didn't get in. Then you're combining both. I think you would have seen a little bit of a. Probably 2 of them would have differed. I know a lot of them stayed the same, but 2 of them would have differed. Damn, that sucks. That sucks.
This has got to be Sound of Metal's category to lose, right?
I think it is the best use of sound, for sure. I'm worried Greyhound will take it. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I think Greyhound was again. How are we judging it now? Considering it's 2 categories in one, I think Greyhound is the best mixed. I mean, that bad boy in my home sounded fantastic. I also love what Mank did with its sound, and if Mank were to take any
Right.
nominations, it could be that one.
Yeah.
But story wise, Sound of Metal doesn't even come close when it comes to all these nominations in terms of how it's used uh, to follow the main character and put us into his headspace. So easily.
Yeah, I could see Mank getting here, but I'm still kind of hoping that it's Sound of Metals.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Moving on to the next one, we have production design. I am so excited that the Father won. I don't know what the production design guild is or how they go by, but I know that they had snubbed the Father. They didn't even give it a nomination. Y'all dropped the ball on that one. The Father is mine all the way. Zach, I know you have not seen The Father, but The Father has some of the best production design. It goes with the story. It has so many details in there because it all takes place in this flat. And because of, the mental condition that Anthony Hopkins' character is in, you're just seeing this whole place kind of shift, and it is impeccable. We were noticing things in between as he's going from different rooms in the flat, and it goes with the story. It looks beautiful. That's mine to take it all the way. Ma Rainey's was fantastic. Manx, obviously, news of the world. I think was this the only category Tenet got in?
No, I think it got in twice.
What was the other one?
Visual effects.
That's right. So the production design was for the warehouse, and then the visual effect was for the plane going in there. Do you have any other one that you're rooting for? I know you haven't seen The Father yet, but
What, in production design?
yeah.
Gold Derby seems to have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as the favorite in this category, and that was pretty
It's
beautifully crafted. I think I'm going Mank.
Okay, that's fair. I'm still rooting for The Father. I hope, but I think you're right. It's gonna be one of those two films that's gonna take it.
I still gotta see The Father.
Film editing, there was The Father, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trial of the Chicago 7. Trial should not win because they should have edited the entire movie out. Sound of Metal, decent. Promising Young Woman, wow. I'm surprised that one got in. I think it's solid editing. Found its way all the way to an Oscar nomination. But definitely the top two, Nomadland and The Father. I think it's going to be one of these two. If Chloe goes in there, if Chloe goes home with 3 statues, bro. 3 statues, that would be insane. She could go home with 4. But again, I think the editing in The Father is probably the best, in my opinion. The way that it's cut up is crazy.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that one. The editing didn't really jump out to me in basically any of these movies. I mean, there is a lyrical quality to the way that Nomadland is assembled, which maybe means that it's going to be the front runner here. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing super exciting among the editing nominations for me.
Moving on to the next one is cinematography. Judas coming in with one. Mank, which is probably going to be the front runner. News of the World, Nomadland, which that is Chloe's partner. So shout out to both of them. They're probably reeling at home, sitting with 2 nominations apiece, and then Trial of the Chicago 7. I am going Mank on this one. It would be fantastic to see Judas and the Black Messiah get a nomination. I am so excited. Judas got so many nominations. You know, I think it's one of the best movies of the year. But it's Manx. I would have loved to see, like what we just mentioned, Dear Comrades get a nomination because I think that was some of the most beautiful framing and just overall, it was a fantastic looking film. Do you have anything else winning? It could be Nomad.
I could see it going to Nomadland or Mank. Probably going to Nomadland though. I also, I'm just really happy Judas got in here. Sean Bobbitt is the cinematographer of that film, and it's his first Oscar nomination. He's been Steve McQueen's longtime cinematographer on movies like Shame and Hunger and 12 Years a Slave and Widows. So this is a talented dude, and I'm glad the Academy is recognizing that, because I actually do think Judas is one of the most well-shot movies of the year.
It is. It is fantastic, especially when they're shooting the scenes in the crowd, the way that they're framed, the way that they're capturing the characters in between, everything that's going on. Beautiful framing, beautifully shot. We'll see. Visual effects. You going Tenet, and Tenet?
I don't know if I'm gonna go Tenet actually.
Who? What are you going? The one and only Ivan?
I don't know though, because it is such a weird category.
That's what I'm saying.
I kind of.
What the heck is this, bro? What is this? What is this? Now I have to watch the Oscar-nominated Love and Monsters. The Midnight Sky was.
Somebody was telling me it's actually decent.
Okay. All right. My apologies. I should not be belittling it until I see it. But now I gotta check it out. Now I gotta buy it off Vudu, and I think it's off sale too. The Midnight Sky, absolutely not. I don't understand that one. Mulan had some of the goofiest effects, bro.
You've seen Mulan and you've seen Midnight Sky. I haven't seen either. Are the effects at least good?
I think the Midnight Sky has like some decent shots, and then you realize the rest of it is a set. Mulan, I think, has some of the goofiest effects, so this makes absolutely, no sense to me. It's bad when the one and only Ivan, another Disney Plus original, has the better effects. This is Bryan Cranston having a relationship, but a camaraderie with this primate, and now it's an Oscar-nominated movie. Alina and I have a joke about the one and only Ivan. What do you want to do when we get home? I don't know. Watch the one and only Ivan. Now it's what do you want to do? Watch the Oscar-nominated one and only Ivan. The developments, but Tenet. I'm going Tenet all the way. I hope it wins. It would be sad to see any of these win over Tenet. That would be sad to the highest degree. But we'll see. Now I got to check out Love and Monsters. I don't think you need to check out any of the other two, Zach. Don't worry. I love seeing a full list from makeup and hairstyling. I went to Emma, Hillbilly Elegy, Ma Rainey, Mank, and Pinocchio. Gonna have to rent Pinocchio for that 1999 PVOD. But again, what I was telling you is, what's his name? Who's the guy, the Italian dude?
Roberto Benigni.
This man finding his way into the Oscars again. Bro, what? I know this was a movie that has been in the back burner for such a long time. Finally had its release, and it came out on VOD. I believe it is playing in some theaters. But, dude, no, he played Pinocchio back in the day. I remember we saw that movie in Italian class like 7 times. He was Pinocchio, and now he's Geppetto.
Yep.
Not looking forward to this movie at all, but I guess now...
Live long enough to see yourself become Geppetto.
Practically. Hillbilly Elegy also got one, and that is very interesting.